What's good, Fat Girl Squad? It's your girl, Ty McQueen, and welcome back to my channel. Do me this favor, if you are not already, make sure you click the link down below and subscribe. Yes, subscribe. Also, if you like story times and you want more story times, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and comment down below and let me know that you want to see more of these kind of videos. So without further ado, I have been on Instagram and Snapchat talking about putting out this video. Actually, it's long overdue. This is a question that people have been asking me. When I say for years, I mean for years, and it is, why did you stop doing Herbalife? Good question. And I'm gonna give y'all all the teas today, okay? For those of you who have been following my journey for quite a while, you know that there was a point in time where I was really big into Herbalife, not only using the product, but also being a distributor. So let's go all the way back to 2013. At this time on social media, I was just really starting to pop off. I probably had about 50,000 followers on Instagram. My Facebook was jumping. My transformation pictures were all over the place. People were stealing my pictures, saying that I did these products. And I'm gonna just say this right here. If you ever see any one of my transformation pictures, whether it be old or new, understand I have never ever use any of these get thin quick fly by night products. I've had companies as far as teas, shakes, diet pills, just stealing my pictures. And I mean, even as recent as last week, somebody sent me something on Facebook and was like, isn't this you? Yeah, it's me. They used a transformation picture that I put up like 3 years ago, and they're saying like, get these results from this tea, look like her. Not true. If you ever see anything like that, not true. Always check with me, because I tell y'all the real raw deal about everything that I've done, and that is changing my lifestyle, better nutrition, being more active. Now, before I get deep into the story, I'll have to say this. This is not a video to bash Herbalife. This is not a I hate Herbalife video. I have nothing against anyone who is a distributor now or in the past. I have nothing against Herbalife at all. I have to talk about Herbalife in 3 different phases. Herbalife the product, Herbalife the company, and Herbalife the distributors. All different things. So when it comes to the product of Herbalife, fucking love Herbalife. Like, don't play me. I liked Herbalife. I love the shakes. They taste good. Like, I love the Prolessa Duo, which was the fat burner. I also like the mango aloe. When you mix it with the tea, it definitely did give you an energy boost. Like, the products were good. I tried a lot of products. I used a lot of products. I think a lot of the products were just like placebos. But either way, I liked it, and I have nothing bad at all to say about the products of Herbalife. Now, so let's go back to 2013. Back then, I was real thirsty. I ain't gonna lie. I was like getting a lot of attention from fit guys, which is something that's never happened to me before in life. So, you know, I was soaking it up, and at the same time, I was probably trolling, because on Mondays, Man Crush Monday, what I used to do was take photos of fit guys and repost them as my man crush. So I remember one Monday I was doing my little Man Crush Monday, and one of the guys that I posted hit me up on Kick. And this how you know it's old, because I was using Kick back then. Oh my god. But so he hit me up on Kick, and he is like, hey, what's up? I looked at your page. You have an awesome transformation. You doing it. You know, I got this great business opportunity if you want to help people and, you know, help change people's lives and make a little money on the side. And so he started spitting a little Herbalife spiel to me. Now, prior to this, I had never in my life heard of Herbalife. Like I said, I lost all my weight on my own through changing how I eat and working out and just being consistent. And it took me 14 months originally, and I lost about 105 pounds, and then I continued to, you know, progress. But he hit me up, you know, gave me the Herbalife spiel, and I was like, I don't know. But he made it seem like real promising, like, yeah, we're a real big family, and check this guy out, because he's on the team, and this person's on the team, and, you know, you can make extra money, and it's a great product, and we help change people's lives. And I was like, he was real excited about it. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I checked out the people, and it was some really big people that I'm sure some of you may know, like these were people that are actually on my team and that I actually got the network with, like Brittany Bay. She doesn't do Herbalife anymore, but she was at one point really big in Herbalife. Chad Leon, I don't know, I don't follow Chad anymore, but he was or still is real big in Herbalife. Scott Bernard, what up, Scotty? That's my boy right there. He lived right here in the Bronx, just like me. Scott has always been my dude, even outside of Herbalife. But there were some really big heavy hitters, and that intrigued me because I'm like, oh, well, we're a family. It's a way to network. And, you know, back then we would post each other on each other's pages and help each other grow. So yeah, it was a cool little catch. So I ended up buying in. Now, when you buy into Herbalife, there's two different ways you can do it. You can get a $49 package or a $99 package. I ended up getting the $99 package based upon the guy that brought me in. He was like, get the higher package because you're going to get more products. Now, when you get it, you're going to add this, and this. So I ended up spending like $250, $300 worth of products. Boom. Bought myself in, got my products, got my box, and get my box, and I hit him up like, yo, I got my box, I'm ready to start, you know, but how do I take all this shit? So he lays it out for me, tells me how to take all this shit. Cool. Now, how do I sell all this shit? I'm not a salesperson at all. I don't like pitches, none of that. So he basically, I'm gonna have to be honest with y'all right here, and I've never said this before, but this is some true shit. So when I first started selling Herbalife, I was coming out of like one of my first weight gains. I have to apologize up front because I have to say I started selling Herbalife on a white lie, which was perpetuated by the person that bought me in. So when I first got into selling Herbalife, I had just lost about, I want to say 10 to 15 pounds because I had gained 10 to 15 pounds. I took it off in like a course of 2 weeks, and I was telling him about it, and he was like, oh, well, just tell people you just recently lost this weight, put your picture up, and tell people you selling Herbalife. And even though I didn't use the Herbalife to lose that 15 pounds, I was kind of coached into being misleading. And I don't even know if I said, oh, I'm using Herbalife and I lost 15 pounds losing Herbalife, whatever it was. But I know that I did. I went along with it. I put my little side-by-side picture up. I put the little Herbalife logo on my picture. And I told people, like, I just recently lost this weight. Here's my picture. And, you know, boom. Everybody want to know, oh, you doing Herbalife? Because a lot of other people had already heard about it, but they were sketchy. You doing Herbalife? What is Herbalife? I want Herbalife. Oh, you got these results doing Herbalife? So that started the ball rolling on getting my sales coming. So here I am. I got my box. I got my products. I got my regimen started. I'm using the products. I'm talking about it. Within a couple of days, I had people ready to buy. I had active orders. I had no idea how to process the orders. So I hit my upline, and I'm telling him, like, yo, I got people that want to buy the products. He had no idea how to help me. You know what he tells me? Oh, well, let me put you in contact with this girl, and she can help you out with setting it up and getting the orders processed. And I'm thinking to myself, well, like, how come you don't know? Well, come to find out, remember when he sold me into Herbalife, and he's telling me, oh, we this big family, and, you know, this is a perfect business opportunity for you, and I'm doing well, and this and that. This nigga had just got into Herbalife like a couple of weeks before and bought me in, didn't really know anything about the company. He just read me a script that somebody else gave to him to pull people in, and I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. But whatever, I'm in it. So I hit her up. She helps me set up my account so I can start taking orders. And this is the one thing that I started to notice, you know, business was good. I was getting a lot of sales. I was really, really using the products. Like I said, I love the products, and I was actually really using them. No bullshit at all. But I started to notice I was getting hit up by a lot of people. Was like, well, how were you successful? And I see you eat a lot of food. Now, when I was doing Herbalife, I did the 2 shakes a day. I did the tea with the aloe in the tablet, but I also put that into my Fitness Pal because I have always been, whenever I'm being diligent and consistent, use my Fitness Pal and track my macros or my calories. So I made the 2 shakes fit into my macros, and then had additional food outside of that. So I was like, 1,500 calories was like an average of what I would eat per day. But I had a lot of people hitting me up. I mean, a lot of people, like every single day. And I used to make videos about it. Chicks be like, oh my God, Thai fitness, I'm so hungry. I only eat a salad for dinner and 2 shakes a day. I just don't understand why I'm so hungry. Really? You should eat something. Ranting about it like, why are y'all so hungry? Well, come to find out, a lot of the distributors were telling people just, buy all these products, take the products, use 2 shakes a day, and eat 1 meal. Pause. Let me tell you this. Herbalife shake, the nutritional shake, is 90 calories. Now, if you add the protein drink mix, which some people tell you to add, but a lot of people don't want to because it's extra money. But if you get the protein drink mix, that's only 110 calories extra. So that's a 200 calorie shake. You're drinking a 90 to 200 calorie shake twice a day. So let's say you got 400 calories there. Then you eat a healthy meal. Now, a lot of people didn't know the concept of macros, didn't know the concept of counting calories or tracking what you eat. And these health coaches that were actually distributors who just paid to sell the product were supposed to be helping people understand nutrition and how to eat, but they didn't even understand it themselves. They're literally telling people to starve themselves, and that's why so many people were hitting me up telling me that they were always hungry. So I started making videos and just showing people like the things that I was eating, how I was eating. People just, their minds were blown, and they were like, I don't understand why you're eating food and doing Herbalife. Well, first of all, bitch, Herbalife again is only a 90 calorie shake. You add the protein drink mix, you got 200 calories. You're drinking 200 calories a shake. You're eating a small ass meal, and then you're starving, you're hungry. A lot of people didn't know how to work out, and they still don't. All they do is a bunch of fucking cardio. But you're not giving your body any real substance to fuel on, and you're just basically, I seen so many people spinning their wheels, and a lot of the distributors were just selling people products, and people would come to me and they would show me like they had a closet full of products that they had never used. They was like, well, they told me to get all this stuff, and they had got like $200, $300, $400 worth of stuff sitting in the closet, and now they couldn't get a hold of the distributor that sold it to them to help them use it. And that was the whole point of them being a health coach, was to help people, coach them on how to use these products to get a result. So that never set right with me. Whenever I sold Herbalife, I told people the bare minimum, only get this. If you want to get more than that, I ain't telling you to, but only get these things. I always made it as cost effective as possible. I'll say, how much you trying to spend? Okay, well, you can get this, this, and this. These are the most important. If you want to add this, get that. I really was trying to help people in not just using the product, but I always told people that you need exercise and you need overall good nutrition. And I just seen so many coaches not doing that, so that really pissed me off. Now, one of the biggest things that pissed me off with being an Herbalife is somehow I got nominated as the Herbalife Queen. Herbalife Queen, Herbalife Queen. Whoa, and I, like, that shit did not sit right with me for one very specific reason. I did not lose my weight on Herbalife. The most that I ever lost using Herbalife was 15 pounds. And it wasn't the original 15 pounds of the white lie I told when I first came into selling it. It was just throughout the years that I was using it. And, my body weight fluctuates. I would go anywhere from 165 to 185, 190. And I would, get consistent on the product. And, it is really good as a nutritional supplement. But I was also, doing my workouts and my overall eating, using my FitnessPal to count my macros or calories, and I would, drop the little 15, 20 pounds that I had gained over, when I was not being so consistent or took a little break, or, I usually get bigger in the winter time. It happens. A lot of us gain winter weight. No big deal. But distributors were taking my original before and after photos, the work that I had did before I had ever even heard of Herbalife, and started slapping the Herbalife logo on it and putting it up. Oh, look at her results. This, she's had amazing results with Herbalife. And I would be like, no, I didn't. But because there was so many people doing this with my transformation photos, other people from the outside in thought that I had got my overall 100 plus pound loss doing Herbalife, which was never true. And I always maintained that it was not the case. I even at one point had to start writing non-Herbalife transformation on my photos because I didn't want distributors taking it and trying to put my photos up to make a profit. And they were doing it because my transformation photos were going viral all the time. I had a big name on Instagram and the weight loss community, so people knew me. And if people didn't know me and they saw my results, they'd be like, oh, I want that kind of result. Oh, she did Herbalife. Oh, I'm gonna do Herbalife too. So the whole Herbalife queen shit started, and I didn't want that. I never wanted that shit, but it was like nothing I can do about it. Once you put your pictures out into the internet, you don't know where they're going to go, and you don't know who's going to do what with them. So that was something that was completely out of my control. But I had so many people that would get mad at me and say I misled them on how I lost weight and said that my results were fake. And there are people who would try to be shady, like, well, I didn't need any shakes or pills to lose weight. Well, bitch, neither did I. But even if you used the shake or you took some kind of diet pill, you're still not going to lose weight without consistency. You're still not going to lose weight without being in a caloric deficit, minding your nutrition, and being more active. You can't live a fat forever whole lifestyle, eat whatever you want, not be active, do the bare minimums, take these bullshit ass products and think that you want to get a 100-pound transformation. It's not fucking working. So that was one of the biggest reasons that would piss me off. And I remember my upline calling me one day and saying, you need to take those pictures down. You can't be telling people that you didn't get those results with Herbalife. How does that make your Herbalife business look? I had to fucking snap off on his ass like, look, bitch, I will not now, nor will I ever give any product the credit for my hard fucking work. But from getting into Herbalife throughout the whole time I was in it, it was like I was like the token to put out my transformation photo and people and try to make people believe that my transformation came from the products, which it never did. One thing that I can say about Herbalife that I cannot say bad, like Extravaganza. I went to Extravaganza. It was in Vegas. Oh my gosh, like the whole ambiance of it, meeting people meeting me, because remember I was just getting popping off in the weight loss community. I had fans. I don't like calling people fans. You guys are my supporters, but I had a lot of supporters. People out there knew me and people calling my name. Oh, Ty. Oh my God, I follow you on Instagram. I love your transformation, and I'm seeing people that I follow and I'm like, oh my God, I follow you and I love you. Like the whole networking for the Extravaganza event, loved it. And I like to network. I like to get to know new people and see where I can, mesh what I'm doing with what they're doing to get both of us out there when you have a platform. So I was all about that. So I have no qualms about the actual Extravaganza events. But I will say this, and a lot of you have been following me for a while. You already know there was a time where I was living in Houston and I went to a training session. It's a STS is what they call it, success training session. And this is when the light bulb went off for me. I had probably been about 5 or 6 of these sessions. You always have to pay to go, anywhere from $25 to $40, and you get dressed up. And there's other people who are active in Herbalife who live in the area. I've been to them in Tampa. I've been to them in Cali. I've been to them in Houston. I've been to them in several different places and they were all the same. They would get someone who's high up in Herbalife to come and speak to people, because the point was, you as a distributor were supposed to bring somebody who's not using or selling the product to the STS so they can listen to these people get on stage and tell you how great Herbalife is and how much money they're making off Herbalife. So basically it was the same every time I went. They just had different people up on stage telling their story. They would give you the whole marketing plan for Herbalife. They would show you like the ladders with the different, discounts that you get if you sell this much, and if you do sell this much, how you can move up. Like, I was on World Team. That was the highest that I went. But they would get people who were high up, like Diamonds Club, President's Club. These are people that were making like $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a month selling Herbalife. But this is the thing. These people, they might have sold a little bit, but these people were capitalizing on bringing other people in. And if you guys remember back in 2014 when Herbalife was being sued and they got in trouble and it was a big to-do and it was a Herbalife this pyramid scheme, it wasn't them saying that Herbalife is a pyramid scheme because they were taking people's money. They were saying it was a pyramid scheme because they were bringing people in under false pretenses that they too would be making $20, $30, $40,000 a month, and they too would be driving these nice fancy cars, and they too could quit their jobs. All you had to do was invest in Herbalife, and they were trying to get people to set up these nutrition clubs and to sell the product out of their nutrition club. And a lot of people weren't making any money at all, and they spent thousands of dollars buying in, but they didn't make any ROI. So it was like, basically, they were selling people on these false hopes. And like, at these training sessions, these people would get up there, and like I said, these people would just capitalize on bringing as many people in as possible. You didn't need to be qualified in any certain way to be a health coach. You didn't even need to have lost weight. You could be unhealthy as fuck. Because I used to see some Herbalife distributors, and I'd be like, you trying to sell me some product? You trying to sell anybody some product? Okay. But they didn't care. As long as that person can come in and sell, they were going to make a commission. And if they could bring somebody in, they were going to make a commission. It trickled all the way down. So it doesn't matter how far down you bring somebody in, and you make commission off of them. They bring somebody in, you make commission off of both of them. They bring somebody in, you make commission out of all of them. So that's how the people who are really, really big up in Herbalife were really getting the money. So when they got sued, it again wasn't because the products were bad or because they were taking people money. It was really because of the scheme of how they were bringing people in. And from bringing so many people in, it was like, it was a pyramid to have. What is a pyramid? The person at the top is getting the most and the people at the bottom are getting pennies, and that's basically what it was. So shit like that just never sat right with me about Herbalife. But in the process of them getting sued, I got contacted by Herbalife corporate office, and I'm just like, hello, hi, how are you? What do you want? Well, remember I said people were taking my photos and putting them out and saying that I was using the product to get my overall transformation, which again was not true. They had seen so much of that they tracked it back to me. They weren't finding all these pictures and the hashtags from me. They were finding it from other people posting me, and they were like, we need to get with this girl. So they started stalking my Instagram pages. They hit me up. They were telling me about shit that was on my Instagram page and telling me things that I need to take down because I had a product in my hand, or the caption said something. And back then you couldn't edit the captions on Instagram, and you couldn't edit the geotag. So I had to delete a lot of fucking shit off of my Instagram page because they were being looked at, audited, and shit like that. And once again, you can't go after everybody in a hashtag posting my photos. But this is when Herbalife gave out this disclaimer that they had to start using for anybody posting a before and after photo. They had to start putting a disclaimer if they wanted to say that the results came from Herbalife. And the reason I had to take my pictures down is because I had pictures up of me that had like my before picture and would have me, like, I would wear Herbalife gear. So if I'm taking a current picture of what I look like right now, I have my Herbalife gear, or I had a cup, or I had some product in the background, or I tagged the top to say contact me for product, or something in my caption that mentioned Herbalife, and I didn't have that disclaimer on the picture, I had to take it down. So I had to take down a lot of shit. After that, I was like, fuck y'all, I don't give a fuck anymore. So I kind of slowed back on Herbalife after that. That was 2014. 2015, I was real quiet on the Herbalife scenes. And 2016 was the last year that I did Herbalife. I did a few challenges. I was using the products because, again, I personally like the products. But I was just like, I'm kind of over this shit, because I don't like people tying my results and who I am as a brand and a person to being Herbalife, to being Herbalife queen. So I just let it die out. And to this day, people are still asking me about Herbalife. 2 weeks ago, somebody asked me, oh, you sell Herbalife? Or people would hit me up with like, oh, can you tell me what Herbalife products to get? I have not talked about Herbalife on my platform since 2016. Why are y'all asking me these goddamn questions? So if I send you this video, it's probably because you asked me about Herbalife, and this is the response that I'm giving you as to why I am not in that organization anymore. But overall, once again, I have to really make it clear that I like Herbalife products. Anyone using them that you feel that you need it, use it. I really think that as a nutritional supplement, it is very good. In conjunction with overall nutrition and changing your lifestyle and being more active. But I just could not get with the lie that was being perpetuated by these distributors to sell the product, misleading folks and making folks think that all you gotta do is drink these 2 shakes a day and eat a meal, and you're gonna go from fucking 300 pounds to 185 pounds, when that shit ain't true. They're not talking about dietary changes. They're not talking about being active. They're not talking about lifestyle changes. A lot of these distributors are only wanting to push the product off on people, so they will tell you whatever they can tell you. And that's why so many people were hitting me up with a closet full of product that they didn't know how to use, because the distributor had told them everything that they wanted to hear. And I'm gonna end with this, guys. You gotta be really careful. Understand that nothing works but work. Being consistent with your overall lifestyle is what's going to get you to where you want to be in the long run. Stop looking for these quick fixes. Stop looking for all these products. Like, if you want to take something, I am not against anyone taking products, obviously, because I take them, but I also know it is not the product themselves. Products might be like 5 to 10% of your results. So if that's only 5 to 10% of your results, what are you doing to make up the other 95% of what you need to do to get the result that you want? So be mindful, don't be gullible, and understand that this is a lifestyle. It takes a overall lifestyle change, consistency, and dedication to the process. Otherwise, you're gonna be like them dumbass people buying $400 worth of Herbalife and having nothing to do with it but put it in your goddamn pantry and then contact other people asking them, how do you use it? Okay?